You actually do talk about your own personal experience in your book as well with your toxic boss. Can you talk a little bit more about that and what it is that you went through and how you overcame it?
Yeah, I don't think my experience is too different from many people. I've talked with a lot of people who've had similar experiences. I was hired by this individual, and presumably he saw something in me or he wouldn't have hired me. But it wasn't very long before I noticed that he was sort of first of all, getting my way. He was sabotaging my projects. He was taking credit for my work. And I let it go for a while, thinking we were just finding our way. But after a while, I started to doubt myself. I started to think, wow, is this me? Is the quality of my work really slipping? And I started to feel a little bit insecure, which frankly was problem number one, because as I started to feel insecure, I started to become self-protective, and he got even angrier, and I demonized him, right? I really did blame him for what was going on, and guess what? He was really toxic. He was really toxic, but I had something to do with it too. It wasn't until I realized that my health was actually getting affected by this situation that I opened my eyes and said, this is no longer okay. And I tried to work things out with him all along. I tried again, it didn't work. And I actually went above him. I was scared. I thought I'd lose my job. Well, I didn't lose my job. In fact, things got better.
So is that a recommendation that you have to people?
If you've got a toxic boss and you're thinking about going around that person, you've got to really read your environment carefully. In some organizations, that's tantamount to saying, I quit. It's so taboo. Now, if you can't do that, you're going to have to get really creative to figure out some other solutions. But the first order of the day is to read your environment to see whether it's safe to go beyond your boss. Most big organizations have HR departments that you can go to if you don't feel like you can go to your boss's boss. The one thing you don't want to do is gossip about the problem. That does not help.